Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. We continue our discussion in the topic of microbiology. Today I will be briefly comparing with you the differences between eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Students, microorganisms are broadly divided into two main categories, eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Eukaryotes are those microorganisms which contain a true nucleus. On the other hand, prokaryotes are those microorganisms which do not contain a true nucleus. Instead, they contain a nucleolus. Now, what is the difference between a true nucleus and a nucleolus? Students, true nucleus means in eukaryotes the nuclear material comprising of DNA, RNA and multiple chromosomes. This nuclear material is surrounded by a well-defined nuclear membrane. And this true nucleus is placed inside in the cytoplasm. Okay? Whereas on the other hand, nucleolus means that the nuclear material, which may be composed of either DNA, either RNA or DNA and RNA both, it is freely floating in the cytoplasm. This nuclear material is freely floating in the cytoplasm and it is not surrounded by a nuclear membrane. And this freely floating structure is called nucleolus. Number 2 point of differentiation is chromosomes. Students, chromosomes are composed of DNA and they carry out instructions from parents to the next generation. Genes are located on chromosomes. Genes are instructions. What are the instructions? What about the color of the new baby? What will be the stature of the baby? How the baby will look alike? These instructions are carried out through genes, and these genes are located on chromosomes. Okay students, these chromosomes in eukaryotes are multiple, many chromosomes. Eukaryotes contain multiple chromosomes. For example, human beings, which are the most common example of eukaryotes, human beings contain 46 total number of chromosomes, which are arranged in the form of 23 pairs. Okay students? Now on the other hand, prokaryotes, they contain either single chromosome or very little number of chromosomes. Number 3rd point of differentiation. Cytoplasmic organelles. Cytoplasmic organelles means structures present in the cytoplasm. Eukaryotes contain membrane-bound cytoplasmic organelles. That is, the different structures present in the cytoplasm of eukaryotes, they have a definite membrane. On the other hand, prokaryotes, they do not have. What are those structures which are membrane bound? Mitochondria. Students, eukaryotes contains mitochondria. On the other hand, prokaryotes, they do not have mitochondria. Lysosomes. Eukaryotes contains lysosomes. On the other hand, prokaryotes do not have lysosomes. Okay? These 3 points I have told you. Now, point number 4. Students, ribosomes. Eukaryotes contain larger ribosomes. On the other hand, prokaryotes contain small sized ribosomes. The size of eukaryotic ribosomes 80S. S stands for Svedberg unit. On the other hand, the ribosomes in prokaryotes, they are of 70S. 70 Svedberg unit. Number 5 point, students. Mitotic apparatus. Students, eukaryotic microorganisms, they contain mitotic apparatus, while on the other hand, prokaryotes, they do not contain mitotic apparatus. What is mitotic apparatus? Students, these are the requirements which carry out the process of mitosis. Mitotic apparatus, these are the arrangements necessary to carry out the process of mitosis. Now, what is mitosis? As you have read previously in your biology classes, that mitosis is a type of cell division in which one parent cell divides into two daughter cells in such a way that the total number of chromosomes, it is divided into half in two normal cells, two daughter cells. For example, the total number of chromosomes in human cells is 46 chromosomes. When mitosis carries out in human cells, this 46 number of chromosome is divided into two cells composed of 23 chromosomes each. 23 chromosomes in one cell and 23 chromosomes in the other cell. This half of the chromosome number is called haploid number of chromosomes. Student, this mitosis is carried out in a very systematic manner. Chromosomes in a very decent manner, they separate from each other. Half of the chromosome, they are collected at one pole of the cell, whereas the other half of the chromosomes, they are collected at the other pole of the cells. And this one parent cell then divides into two daughter cells containing that half the number of chromosomes. Okay, this is called mitotic apparatus. Prokaryote cells, they do not contain mitotic apparatus. Number 6. Students, the cell wall of prokaryotic microorganisms, it contains peptidoglycans, and it is because of the presence of these peptidoglycans that prokaryotes like bacteria, they are divided into two main categories: gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria. Gram-positive bacteria are those bacteria which contains multi-layers, thick amount of peptidoglycans in their cell wall. On the other hand, the gram-negative bacteria, they contain a thin layer, very small amount of peptidoglycans in their cell wall. Students, eukaryotes do not contain peptidoglycans in their cell wall. Instead, eukaryotes contains sterols. Okay? Eukaryotic microorganisms, they contain sterols in their cell wall, while sterols are not present in prokaryotes. Okay, students? This was a brief comparison of eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Now, students, we go towards the clinical examples of eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Human being. Human cells, human being is a eukaryote. Prokaryotes, bacteria. Okay? Fungi. Protozoa. These are eukaryotic microorganisms. They are eukaryotic cells. Students, you can see I have not written virus in any category, either eu or prokaryote. As I have told you in my previous lecture, that virus is neither a eukaryote nor a prokaryote. Okay? This was all about brief comparison of eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Inshallah, we will continue our discussion in the subsequent